We're in Riga, Latvia, and yesterday we got a pretty base level overview of the city. We just kind of went to the main city center and hung out around there. But today I'm really excited for it because we're actually going to get to know a little bit of the history of the city. We're doing a couple things that we've never done before. We've never done a walking tour of a city, and so we're starting with that today. And then we're also doing a guided tour through one of the museums, which sounds super fascinating. So I guess you'll get to see that in a minute. But yeah, we're starting with the walking tour, and it's meeting at one of the most beautiful spots in the city.
St. Peter's Church.
Yeah.
We started the tour by walking through the Central Market. Each of the market's 5 sections were converted from Zeppelin hangars and had a unique focus: dairy, meat, fish, veggies, and restaurants. We didn't eat anything during this tour, but don't worry, we did try some food from here later in our trip, so we'll share that in an upcoming video. Food is one of the main things we travel for, so we enjoyed hearing from our guide about traditional Latvian food, or really that Latvian cuisine borrows from many other nearby countries. He described it as being roughly 50% German food, 40% from post-Soviet countries, and the remaining 10% from whatever is grown seasonally in the forest. Georgian food is one of our favorite cuisines, so we were really excited when our guide said this.
There's more Georgian places opening on every second corner than, let's say, burger joints. So especially because of khinkali, soup dumplings. They're like big like a fist. You take them by the stem, bite the hole, drink out the broth, and then you consume the rest. It's like a full activity. And I know it's not a Latvian dish, but that's what Latvians are eating these days quite actively.
Something we found really interesting were the wooden neighborhoods that were sometimes burned to protect Riga during wartime. We learned that in 1812, the military governor was worried about an attack by the French and ordered the buildings to be burned, but the attack never happened. I'm also really fascinated with Soviet history, so I loved getting to see the Latvian Academy of Sciences building, as it's definitely a product of the times with its hammer and sickle. Also, apparently it's sometimes known as Stalin's birthday cake.
I honestly cannot believe that was the first time we've ever done a free walking tour with all the traveling we've done, but that was awesome. I really enjoyed that.
So our next stop is going to be a Georgian restaurant which we've been so excited for since visiting Georgia. It's one of the best places to get food that we've ever been, and to get some fairly authentic Georgian food has us really excited.
I've been so excited for that. When I was looking for restaurants, I kept finding like very well rated Georgian restaurants. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited because we haven't really tried any in the US. We've tried one restaurant in New York that was very good, very authentic, but in Colorado I don't know if a good Georgian restaurant exists. So we're very excited to head on over to lunch. That was a great addition to the morning, even after having a relaxed morning, going to get coffee, and doing a over 2 hour walking tour. We're still out earlier than we got out yesterday after adjusting from our flight in. So I think we're doing pretty good today.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get some food. Well, I think we'll be coming back for food very soon. That was a little bit more expensive than I thought it was. So we have 2 Georgian restaurants saved in this neighborhood, and one is a little bit cheaper, but it's closed today, so I didn't realize I had picked that one. It was still really good though.
It was really good, but yeah, we only got like 3 khinkali each because it was like $10 for 3 of them.
Yeah, so for 6 pieces of khinkali, or 6 khinkalis, however we're supposed to say that, it was just €1 cheaper than our whole meal at
Lido
yesterday.
Which included a lot of food.
Yeah,
we had 2 meals each out of Lido yesterday, and we got half a meal out of the khinkali. So it was really good. It was a little bit less authentic, or like, what am I trying to say?
It said it was modern Georgian cuisine, so
Yeah.
I assume it was a little bit different. Like, it was definitely more spiced than all the
Yeah.
ones that we had in Georgia. But
Definitely.
it was still super good.
It's still really good. Fit the craving for now, but
Oh,
we
yeah.
will definitely be getting more Georgian food on this trip.
Oh, yeah.
So we have about an hour and a half until we have to be at the museum for our next tour. So I think we're just going to walk around until then, enjoy the architecture, and see what we find.
So we just got out of the KGB museum, and as expected, it was pretty heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we went in, and the top floors were the offices and where they did most of the interrogations. And we didn't actually go into that part. We went mostly into the lower sections where they had some interrogation rooms, but also most of the jail cells. And that's where we spent most of our time, was just going through the different jail cells. And we got to talk to somebody who was really knowledgeable about it. It was honestly a really good learning experience.
Yeah, it really was. And just so crazy. Like, you've read a lot of books on history on this part of the world and of the former Soviet Union areas. I haven't as much, but being in places like that where you're getting a big picture of what that looked like, getting to see the size of the cells, and there were rooms that our guide told us, like, multiple people would be stuffed in a room where you couldn't sit down, and they would be there for multiple days without food, without being let out, just trying
Without
to,
being allowed to sleep.
Yeah, without being allowed to sleep. Yeah.
It was a really good tour. It was a young person giving the tour, but like her family, her parents were part of the Latvian resistance, or at least they protested, was what I mean, at the end of the Soviet Union. Her parents, her grandparents were born in the Soviet Union, her parents were in high school during the Soviet Union, so it was just a really interesting perspective of this all, and she gave a really good tour.
She did. And I think the part of the tour that kind of made it feel the most real to me, I guess, we got to walk out into the courtyard that the prisoners would be able to go out and just take walks, if you can call them that. I didn't know what to expect. She told us about the purpose of the space before we actually got to see it. So it's the one space where prisoners could go outside and see any amount of sunlight and get any fresh air. And it was the tiniest space. There's no grass. There's the tiniest sliver of sky that you can see. And you could just see the walkways above the space where guards would be walking, watching the people who were out there. And I don't know, something about being in there and feeling how it must have felt for these people, the hope that it must have given them, just seeing any amount of sky for the first time for just a limited amount of time in their day. That's just, I don't know. And then walking back into the darkness, the stuffy, hot cells that just, oh my gosh, I don't know. That's the part that felt the most real to me. Wow, that was such an incredible tour. If you come to Riga, I definitely recommend it. It's definitely outside the way of a lot of the tourist spaces, and definitely book your tickets in advance. There were already a lot of the tours booked up when we bought our tickets this morning, And we got the last tour of the day, which started at 5. And it was just so worth it to learn about what people who lived here have been through and the fear that they probably, you know, maybe people still have in some way after living like that.
Yeah.
In fear of all of that.
It's truly incredible.
It was.
I think that's a good way to end it. We're gonna just get some food and have a nice, relaxing night, but we still have quite a bit to do here. We have 4 more days here in Riga, and this is an amazing city that we can't wait to explore more. So we'll see you in the next video.